People don't understand, like I mentioned, when you arouse yourself with these things, you're opening yourself up to a whole nother world that people don't understand. And as you mentioned, the musicians playing with the Ouija board, people don't know what these people are doing behind the scenes. There's a reason these women and these people are screaming in the crowd for them. Many people are utilizing the assistance of the jinn to assist them in their performances and everything. People don't realize these things. This is a whole nother reality, especially many of the Muslims are very ignorant towards this fact. They don't understand that this is a whole nother element. It's just not something that's, friendly and things like this. No, you are inviting these things into your home on a deeper level. You're inviting these things to your home and everything. So when you're talking about the jinn and these things like this, I'll give an example from a personal experience. Eddie, I can tell you that when I was a non-Muslim, as I mentioned to you, I used to play various instruments. I can tell you that it literally felt like I was under possession. I would do things that I was not able to do. I would play things that I was not able to play normally, that I wasn't able to play twice. And musicians may say, oh, this is the musician effect. Okay. The word genius comes from the word jinn. So, me and a brother in Egypt, I remember we were having this conversation. He's a brother that knew Jimi Hendrix. He knew a lot of people. He's an old school musician. And he said, me and him were playing around talking about the word genius and stuff like this. He said, when we think about the word genius, we used to think about that person has that jinn. He got that jinn. Reflect on this. People like Jimi Hendrix, and he was not able to play without being under a substance, being high, without being high. So we know, even from a scholarly point of view, what do the scholars mention about people that get high and things like this? You make yourself open to what? The jinn. Every musician that is on the highest level, think about it. Many of them are doing drugs and alcohol to get them to that level. You can't escape it. You might as well, if you don't want to be involved with drugs and alcohol or listening to someone that is involved in those things, you might as well take all of your CDs and everything and just throw it out. Because this is what the people that you're listening to, this is what they're involved in, many of them. Getting high, alcohol, and as you mentioned, Islam clearly clarifies and makes clear the position on those things. So, and when we're talking about soul music, have people listened to these terms? Soul music. This is something coming from someone's soul. So what state is that person in when they're relaying those lyrics to you? Or when they were singing that song, what state was the soul in? Because you may start to feel the way that person was feeling. You understand? This is a serious thing. Mm-hmm. This is a spiritual thing you're talking about. That's why they know it. They call it soul music. Yeah. They throw terms out. This is magic in the making. Okay, what magic are you talking about? The heart itself is searching for the truth, sometimes without the individual realizing it. But what happens is that we become so busy, and I was just having this conversation with another brother about how Shaitan makes us so busy in our lives, whether it be with music, once again, movies. You're watching, people that are glued to the TV, literally becoming a zombie. We become so busy in our lifestyle that we don't realize the heart is literally screaming out. It's screaming for guidance. So the difference between my heart then and now is no comparison. I'm telling you, like anyone that knew me before and knows me now, they see a big difference, and this is not to brag about myself or anything, but this is the calmness and the peace that I have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today. It's a big difference, and I can't say enough to be grateful. I can't say enough to thank Allah, honestly, man. I mean, I think about it every day, how Allah literally took me away from that environment I was around. Literally, if I wanted to right now, I'm someone that can go right back to what I was doing again, and literally with all this technology today, and make millions of dollars without a record label. It's and just talking about how it's so much easier to do those things. But I know in my heart, those things are temporary enjoyments, and they're going to do nothing but destroy me. It's as simple as that. To simplify, it's going to absolutely destroy me, and that's what I was on.